The Vanishing of Zebb Quinn, a love triangle, a lipstick clue, and a forest of secrets. The night was cold and quiet on January 2, 2000. In Asheville, North Carolina, a Sunday like any other. For 18-year-old Zebb Wayne Quinn, it should have been a simple evening. The two had arranged to drive to Leicester, a nearby town, to look at a used car Zebb was considering buying. But they never made it. He'd just finished a routine shift at the electronics department of Walmart, still wearing his blue vest and hopeful smile. A quiet, intelligent young man enrolled in the local ROTC program, Zebb had plans for the future. When they did, Zebb told him he had received a page and needed to return the call. She knew something was wrong. Her son was responsible, the kind who would never vanish without a word. As hours turned into days, the story grew stranger. After using a nearby payphone, Zebb returned to the car visibly shaken, according to Owens. Frantic was the word he used. The headlights were still on. Inside was a bizarre collection of items, a jacket that didn't belong to Zebb, some drink bottles, a plastic hotel keycard, and shockingly a live black lab puppy. On the back windshield, smeared in pink lipstick, was a strange drawing two lips and an exclamation point. Zebb then reportedly canceled their plans and drove off in a panic, rear-ending Owens in the process before speeding into the night. She denied sending the page. Strangely, she had been at dinner that night with none other than Misty Taylor and her mother. Coincidence or a cover-up? Later, Eustich reported her home had been broken into. Nothing was stolen, but items had been moved. He had murdered Food Network star Christy Schoen, her husband, and their unborn child. He admitted to dismembering their bodies. A man claiming to be Zebb told his supervisor he was too sick to come in. But something was off. The voice didn't sound like Zebb, but it wouldn't be until July 25, 2022, that he stood before a court and pleaded guilty not to murder, but to accessory after the fact. The puppy found a home with one of the detectives, but Zebb never came back. His uncle, Walter Gene Owens, had pulled the trigger. Zebb had been lured to the Pisgah National Forest under the false pretense of meeting Misty Taylor. Instead, Gene Owens ambushed them, a .22 rifle. A single shot, dismemberment, fire, destruction of every trace of Zebb's body. Authorities traced the call. It came from the Volvo plant where Owens worked. In the weeks before his disappearance, he had grown close to her, much to the dismay of her boyfriend, Wesley Smith, known to be controlling and volatile. His uncle was dead, Smith remained free, and Zebb's body has still never been found? Owens was sentenced to just under 16 years in prison, to run concurrently with his other life sentence. Legally, Zebb was confirmed murdered, but for his family, justice feels incomplete. Zebb confided in friends that Smith had threatened him. Misty and Smith denied involvement, and no definitive links were found. But suspicion lingered. Under layers of concrete, they found fabric, leather, hard fragments, and white powder. On another part of the land, plastic bags possibly filled with lime or mortar, often used to hide decomposition. Authorities wouldn't confirm whether it was human remains. When questioned, Owens admitted he made the call, saying Zebb asked him to help cover a shift. The admission raised serious red flags. But that night, the road ahead was about to veer into the dark. Zebb clocked out around 9 p.m. and met up with his co-worker, 25-year-old Robert Jason Owens, in the Walmart parking lot. Surveillance footage later showed them stopping at a convenience store around 9:15 p.m., laughing and buying sodas. What happened next would leave investigators baffled for more than 2 decades. According to Owens, Zebb suddenly flashed his headlights and signaled for him to pull over. That was the last time anyone saw Zebb Wayne Quinn alive. The next day, Zebb's mother, Denise Vlahakis, reported him missing. 2 days after the disappearance, a call came into Walmart. And then came a chilling discovery. On January 6th, a former classmate of Zebb spotted his Mazda protégés parked oddly in the lot of a barbecue restaurant near the hospital where Zebb's mother and sister worked. Zebb's family believed this was no coincidence. The car was deliberately placed where one of them would find it. The lipstick message, cryptic and theatrical, felt like a warning or taunt. Who would do such a thing, and why? The lipstick faded. Investigators turned their attention to Misty Taylor, a woman Zebb had been infatuated with. Phone records revealed that the page Zebb had received that night came from the home of his aunt, Ina Eustacia, a woman he barely knew. Years passed, the trail ran cold. Then in 2015, everything changed. Robert Jason Owens was arrested not for Zebb's disappearance, but for something even darker. During this investigation, police searched Owens's property. 2 years later, in 2017, Owens was indicted for the first-degree murder of Zebb Quinn. Through his lawyers, Owens laid out a grim tale. According to him, it wasn't his idea. Why? Jealousy, revenge. Misty's boyfriend, Wesley Smith, allegedly hired Gene to take care of Zebb, a tale of a love triangle gone deadly. But Owens's story, convenient, incomplete, and unverifiable, was met with skepticism. The court accepted the plea deal. All they have now are shadows, memories, and a lipstick smear on a cold windshield still, whispering a question the world has yet to answer. What really happened to Zebb Quinn?